Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be going over my budget for the month of June, and I am starting on this overview page, which is the left-hand side of the dashboard page just after the month view. And this is where I have the overview of my income, expenses, and then the expected snowball amount. So let's go ahead and get started here with the income. So my salary, as always, will be $2278.96. I am not planning on rolling over any money this month. However, I do plan to have some miscellaneous income. So one of them, which is $8.72, is a Rakuten check. I always have my referral link down below if you are interested in signing up for a cashback program. And then the other income I have is $75, which is for, it's from Colton, but it's for expenses that I have out of my account. So I'm just counting that as income to have everything balance out. So the total miscellaneous income this month will be $83.72, but really only about $9 of that is actual miscellaneous income, which brings my total income to $2,362.68. And then this section will be filled in as I go along in my budget, and then the snowball will be calculated at the end. So here's the first section of my budget, which is bills, which I count as my fixed expenses. BOI is my dental and vision insurance, which is $14.76. Fidelity, which is my Roth IRA, is $25. And savings, which is just generic savings, is also $25. And then you'll notice that I have these symbols next to some categories. These arrows just mean a transfer. So I put them under bills because they're leaving my checking account, but I put that arrow there to signify a transfer just because I'm not exactly losing that money. I'm just moving it somewhere else. So the total for my bills comes to $64.76. The next section is variable spending, and the first category is just my generic spending. This is my miscellaneous slash catch-all category, and I always budget $50 for this category. And then a new category that I have is transportation. I am budgeting $25 for this, and that is because I think I mentioned it before, but the Metro where I live is starting to charge for fares again. They had cut out all fare charges because of what's going on to minimize touch and points of contact. But starting June 1st, they added the fares again. So because I'm going to have to get to school and back for a couple days this month, I wanted to have that incorporated into my budget. So then the total variable expenses for this month going to be an easy $75. The next section is the first item that we are saving for, which is my friend's wedding in August. And you will see this amount in the sinking funds on the next page, but I'll just go ahead and put in the budget amount right now. So we are currently planning on saving $177 this month. And then at the end of the month, when I close out my budget, I will fill in the actual amount, the difference, and then as well as the new total at the end of the month. The next section is sinking funds, and these symbols are just like bouquets that coordinate with the collection of the print, and these signify cash envelopes. So I know what to take out in cash or not. And so most of these categories are pretty self-explanatory. BFCM is Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I save a little bit every month to spend then. Global entry and passport renewal are both for renewing my passport. And I think everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. And the total for my sinking funds is going to be $387 this month. And $75 of that is coming from Colton. So I think I have 40 from gifts and 35 for Susan's wedding, which comes to a total of $75. And then this next section is the second savings category that I am tracking. And this is for moving. And this month, Colton and I are putting $1,550 towards moving, and that is because this month we actually aren't paying rent because it has been already prepaid. So the majority of our rent amount is going toward moving instead. This next category I have is our joint expenses. So these are just going to be my portion, what I contribute from my personal income and transfer to the joint account. And I think everything is pretty self-explanatory like before. FPL is Florida Power and Light, which is our electric bill. Geico is for renter's insurance. And then everything else makes sense. And again, these are just my portions. So if they seem a little bit small to you, it's not the total amount. It is just my amount that I need to account for in the budget. The total amount that I am putting to the joint this month will be $1,835.24. So that means the total amount that I am planning to spend this month comes to $2,362.00. Which, oh, that's so funny how that actually works out that way. And so to calculate my snowball, I take my income minus expenses, which leaves an extra 68 cents that I have to work with. Now, the reason why it's so low is because I purposely try to get it as low as possible. I like to work with a zero-based budget, which means that my income equals my expenses. And if it's under $5, I basically call that even. But I still like to keep track of the exact amount here so I can keep track of my exact snowball at the end of the month. So then quickly continuing with my budget, this section here is just the transfer amounts, how much each of us owe what category, and I calculate this. I have the numbers calculated somewhere else, so I'll just fill them in later, even though I do know that Colton owes me $75. So I'm just going to write that in because I know that off the top of my head. The other values I'll fill in later. And then the last page here has my credit score, which will be updated at the end of the month, followed by net worth, which will also be updated at the end of the month. So that is all for my June budget. Let me know what goals you guys are working on down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.